Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Keep It Concise. Let's get into the show. What is going on with everybody? It's your boy, Concise the Barber. We are here at the Keep It Concise podcast. I appreciate everybody tuning in. And shout out to the boy Fatal for coming in dumb early, man. I appreciate it. 10 p.m. to 10:30 is the time I'll hop on here and showcase something to y'all. Cuts by Corey, what's going on? Kenny Duncan, blessings to y'all. Vince Wavy, what's up? So y'all know what I like to do. Shout out where you're from. If you would like to see everything I'm talking about this evening, come on over to YouTube and see everything that I got going on. I got some slides. We're going to talk about some things, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting live because I know y'all have some information that y'all would like to express on this topic as well. On IG, y'all got the title, Do Y'all Agree? But on YouTube, my main title is, Are These Really Myths? So we're going to talk about some things, man, because I'm curious what everybody else's thoughts are when it comes to this topic. But I got a few things I would like to talk about that I think is very, very healthy for barbers to really understand if these things are facts or they're myths. And we're going to start out with like a hitter. We're going to start out with a hitter when it comes to this, because especially new school, old school, this is something that always gets talked about like all the time. So let's go ahead and get right into this. And I'm going to ask this question right here. Barbershop myths. Let's get into this. Enhancements make you a better barber. Is that a myth or is that a fact? I would love to know your thoughts on that. Is that a myth or a fact? Enhancements makes you a better barber. I would love to know. Neil, blessings. We got VA 757 in the building. We got Chester, South Carolina. I know Chester, PA. That's where a lot of my family from. So Richmond, VA. Okay. Yeah, I used to be out in Richmond every now and then. Neil said that's a myth. That's a myth. So enhancements make you a better barber. You say it's a myth. Would y'all agree? I'm sorry, y'all can still see something in my glasses. There we go. Baldwin, New York. I knew you meant Baldwin, New York. Okay. It's a myth. Okay. So let me ask y'all this. Since we know that it's a myth, right? Would you say that there's a proper way to go about enhancements? Because to me, if you ask me, enhancements makes you a better barber. No, definitely not. If anything, a lot of us try to use it to hide, or we haven't gotten to that certain level where our haircuts are like really nice like that, just as is. So my thing is, when it comes to enhancements, and I think this is what's really holding a lot of barbers back, is that they have not learned how to properly use enhancements to actually show them actually being a better barber. I honestly think that there is a certain way. I can tell when somebody is just like going hard on the enhancements. Like for real. So let me see what they got over here. Hammy the Barber said it's a myth. Okay. I don't think enhancements make you a better barber, but if you can use them and make it look natural, you got skills. I agree. I definitely agree. It's interesting because main reason why I want to talk about this is because I actually made an ebook. I made an ebook about this, how to properly use enhancements, and not only how to properly use it, how to identify what enhancements that you're really using. Because I don't know if a lot of barbers know, but there's temporary, semi-permanent, and permanent, and there are some that are mixed a certain way. Most reasons why you got OGs using Kiss Express expressions, and they're using what is it, K90 and 89, and they're doing like half and half. The main reason why is because that's like a proven solution. That's a proven solution that uh has not failed them. So if you know about that, you'll know why they do that. Now, of course, there's a lot of enhancements out there, right? And of course, a lot of them say, oh, well, this one doesn't wash away. This one lasts a week. This one lasts 2 to 3 days, stuff like that. Now, I can be honest with you. I can apply almost any kind of enhancements to my client and it could last them some time. Now, this client right here, this is my client. He went on a cruise and I have a certain type of enhancement procedure that I do. I don't just spray it on. I have a whole flow of how I do it. And he said it lasts him even in the water and everything. So it all depends on the application of how you use enhancements and you really understanding what you're using. Like I have a few different types, right? And I know which ones to apply when I need to. And I don't think there's a lot of barbers really learning. They're just getting enhancements. They're asking, yo, which one's the best ones out there, right? Now, hear me out. If anybody has ever used enhancements, I'll be honest, not everybody can use the same exact type of enhancements. It's just like when you have people that have sensitive skin, you use a clipper or trimmer, that's for sensitive skin. But if you have somebody that you can use anything, that's kind of like rough or strong, you can use it on that client. You have to make sure that it's healthy for your client to whatever you're going to use. Some of your clients need more of a water-based type of enhancement. And if that's the case, then how you seal it in? You might have to do something different. Or are you blowing cool air or hot air? Like it's stuff like that I don't know, that we really understand. But Amy says, I've seen so many barbers use it to make a lineup instead of enhancing the lineup. Exactly. Exactly. You shouldn't be using enhancements to make a line. It should just enhance the line. I love that. Myth, enhancements only matter if your clientele is even asking for it. Not everyone needs them. That's true. Not everybody needs them. I always talk about that as well because when you get a young, most of the times it's the young kids. You know what I mean? They want the enhancements and everything like that, and it's like, young man, you do not need enhancements. If anything, you got a nice, clean, sharp line, and you should be able to get a sharp line all the time. And if you can't get a sharp line, then stop going to that barber and get you a barber that's skilled enough that your line could be crispy. Yes, there's a proper way to use it, but it can be excessive. Less is better. That's true. Less is better, honestly, because then you'll know how to do everything else, the lineup, the razor, all of that jazz. Like you can really see, like, okay, in this is one thing. Let me just go full screen layout with this, right? So I enhanced my client right here. Now, one thing I can't stand, can I zoom in? I don't know. Can y'all see me zooming in? I hope y'all can. But if you can't, just go to the front of the line. You see where you can still see his dreads and the parts of it, and it's like still look like it's like a little light right there because it looks like it's just his skin or his scalp. Some people will drench that thing so black that you can't see nothing. And that is not what you really want to do. You want to make it seem like that is their lineup. That's the whole point. But I see us, we be doing something different. I don't know. Let me see. We got O'Fallon, Illinois from Petersburg. Okay, Petersburg, shout out. I want the VSU, man. Want the VSU. Trojan, bro. Trojan. I think if barbers learn how to manipulate the hair to make the haircut look enhanced, then enhancements will only be used to just do that. Enhance and not use for covering up mistakes. So here's the thing. Where did this application, and it seems like the easier the application got, right? The lazier barbers got. Because I remember when you need to know how to do the mix solution with the kiss, you needed to know how to apply it. I remember you needed to know how to wash it out, how long they need to sit, all of that. Now that it's easier, we got lazier. That's what I honestly feel like. Like we got lazier when it comes to knowing the skill set of how to apply a temporary, semi, or permanent. Am I wrong? Like I like there's actually like five. There's like five different types of, well, more so like six, because you got temporary, semi-permanent, permanent. Then you got fibers. You got hair fibers. You got real hair fibers, and then you got the regular fiber. Then you got the mix of that, right? So you kind of got like real six like different different differentiation of things that you can apply to your client, but then you have to figure out which one is the best one for them. Like I know exactly what enhancements works best for this client right here. I know what I need to use and what I don't need to use. And I know, I'll be honest, there's like four type of enhancements that I know of that are like real strong. He doesn't even need those. There's two of them. Wait. There's two of them that works well for his skin. So, this is stuff that I tested, of course, but yeah, we just got to figure out what's best for our clients. We always trying to jump in and be like, yeah, let me go ahead and get that because that's the best. And then you'll start applying to your client. Then your client might feel some type of way. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Some of the enhancements can be so strong that they can lose hair. It's the same thing with hairspray. There are certain chemicals that is not best for your clients, and you should not use the stuff that we're using. I want y'all to ask y'all clients when you line them up and put enhancements, just the enhancements, no hairspray, just the enhancements. Ask them if it ever burns. If it burns, I'm telling you right now that it might be too strong for them. But you got to ask those questions. All right, let's get to the next one. More RPM equals better clipper. Is that a myth or a fact? More RPMs equal a better clipper. He said enhancements to hide the chili bowls. Trenton, what's going on? Big balls, blessings. Dudes be paying houses, right? Don't get paid for it. I've only been at this for a year constantly, so I don't hardly use them. I do have a couple of clients that ask for my opinions. If you can make it look natural, I'm for it. Right. I respect that. Enhancements is like AI now for barbering. Oh, snap. That's dope. Myth. Ask those who tried the caliber joint. Oh, that's a good question. Definitely a myth. Yeah. So more RPMs equal a better clipper. Y'all saying it's a myth? And if it is a myth, why do we go so hard about stuff having a certain amount of RPMs? Or do you feel like that train has passed? Do y'all feel like that train has passed? More RPMs equal a better clipper? Because I have to be honest, that used to be a topic. I used to be into that topic. Man, they only gave us 72, man. It'd be nice to get 85. And then once you start getting it, right? Because y'all saying that brands don't listen, but most brands today got a vector motor, magnetic motor, 11,000, 10,000, 9,000. They did it. So you can't say that brands don't listen. I feel like there was a time where everybody was on that wave of like RPMs need to be more. Now I get stuff that got like 6,700 RPMs. I'm like, yo, I love how this cuts. That's a loaded question. With some clippers, it could be better. And others not so much. Okay. Yeah, myth, because too much RPMs equal distortion, especially with the liners. Oh, it has 40K RPMs. Doesn't mean it's a good clipper. Right. So if that's not the case, right? And if that's a myth, more RPMs doesn't make the clipper better. Around what RPM would you say is probably the best for clippers? To for you. Let me say it like that for you. And let me zoom in a little bit. Oh, my phone in the way. There we go. Car with 2,000 horsepower but can't hook or put it down. Consistent RPM around 75K with the blade is the move, but the RPM needs to have torque that will push the blade wide enough to actually cut. Okay. So 7,500. I'm not mad at that. 7,500 sounds like a good RPM. In my opinion, lower RPM is created for detailing. The increased RPMs is great for bulk removal. 8,200 is perfect for most tasks. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So in the picture here, and this is why I did this. In the picture, I have the Asa Octanes. I have a detachable clipper. Detachables have literally the lowest RPMs out of all of them. The lowest. But they can cut through anything. So then what? They're lower than the fast feeds. And it's interesting because this is a loaded question. Whoever said that, you're right, because I remember when I had the 50 cal BMGs. Beautiful clipper. Beautiful. Debulk, amazing. Fade, amazing. But I realized that what I had to do with that clipper was I had to switch out my blades. Because if I wanted that clipper to do everything, then I need to switch out the blade. Because that blade, that cutting blade that it came with, it wasn't for how I want to use the clipper. It wasn't going to do everything that I needed to do. Detachables have heavy torque. Yeah. So would you say that the lower the RPMs, the more the clipper can do? And maybe the better the clipper? I agree. Still have my 50 cal. Yeah, yeah. Them things could be they're a beast, don't get me wrong, as is, but you can act like you could upgrade those things. Them things is like a Supra. So while I get to the next one, right? I want y'all to come up with a myth. What's a myth you think that's going on right now in the barbering industry? Um, so we can have a discussion because I can't wait to hear that. He said, I would say that you have more control when the RPM is lower. Yeah, yeah. Now, what I'm seeing though is that you're getting the best of both worlds with some clippers, right? Because the Diamantes come with what 60, 68 RPMs, and then high speed 85 or 82. Well, mine's came up to around 83. So to me, that's like the best of both worlds. Get the Diamantes, right? And I don't know if I'm gonna do this or not. I'm just talking. But the Diamantes with the whole fast feed setup, to be honest, I like the JRL Onyx with the fast feed blade, but the Diamantes is an upgrade to the JRL Onyx. I'll just be real. You put the fast feed blade on that, and I feel like the fast feed blade is one of a kind. Like you can't even. I mean, people try to mimic it, but I don't even think. I mean, I guess you can if the patent's not there. I don't know, but I'm just gonna always gonna give that blade respect to Oster because they did it first. Mm. But let me know a myth. Let me know a myth. What do you think's the myth out there today? And here's another one. Here's another one. All guards are basically the same. Is that a myth or do you feel like it's a fact? No, I haven't tried that. Have you tried a Jira Onyx? No, I haven't. I should though. All guards are not the same. Myth. Okay. So, okay, I was waiting for somebody to say this, right? Not the same, especially the point five. Now, what makes that blade so different across the board? What makes the point five so different across the board? And its guards hug their master taper blade. Do SK Stylecraft guards do that? I don't think so. Myth. The teeth. Man, it's honestly, y'all, it's so much. Like it's the smallest of details, like in every way. The width of the teeth, the roundness of the teeth at the tip of it, the material that's used. Are we using magnetic? Are we using the metal clip? Because over time, some wear and tear can change. So how you use your zero guards, when you first got it to now, it could have been adjusted by a millimeter. There's so much difference in these guards. The thickness of the guards matter. The shortness of the teeth, like how long it like really like okay. So let me go ahead and just like so if we look at this zero guard that says 1/16th, right? You look at that, but look at the magic clip zero guard right next to it, how short the teeth are. And then you got this the speedo guards with that crazy clip on it. But even though these are a beast, the material and the teeth on these are way better. And y'all don't even see the JRO guards, but they're like my best setup. Now I like to compare guards from the zero guard to the fourth guard. Anything after number four, it really don't matter, to me. But four and down really, really matters. Like look at the purple magnet guards. Look how close the teeth are. It's like a comb. Said the length of the teeth are all different. I use the T45 guards with the Stockcraft Double Max. Dope. Thick thickness of the guards matter. Absolutely. Yep. I just got the T45 guards and they're close with the purple guards. They are. They are. The quality of guards make a huge difference as well. I don't think anyone makes better quality guards than an Andis or JRL. I had some Stylecraft guards look like they just yanked them off the 3D. Oh, dang, that's tough. You know what? Right. Them Andis guard. them anus guards comb their hair the best. They do. They do. I will have to say that. There are some guards, right? And I have to be honest. There are some guards that had a chance to be amazing. And when I mean amazing, I really mean amazing. But they flop. And I mean they flop. They flop. They could have been a problem, but they flop. And well, how they flop, it wasn't even nothing like really significant. I remember I was reaching out to the owner, me and the owner at the time, we was having conversations, but um just saying what could be adjusted. Just a small thing could have been adjusted, and it could have been one of the best guards I have ever used. There's room, man. To be honest, like the beautiful thing about doing like product reviews and testing out stuff, like you really get a like see a wide range of like different stuff that people use. One brand, like we don't hear much about them anymore, but their guards were could have been amazing. They did not miss on 98% of it, but 2% made it flop. I'll be honest, 2% can make you flop. If they too bulky, the hair doesn't feed right. Yeah. So you know who was like that? Those clippers, like the clippers guards, and I spoke to them too as well. But the ones right above the white ones, they're too thick. They're way too thick. You said the T45 guards are top tier and the best out. They're definitely top three. To me, they're definitely top three. I keep 2 sets of purple guards early. Yeah, I got 2 sets too. But the other set is just a backup because I keep the Andis guards, my JRL guards, and then I got the T45 guards in my drawer. They're in that the slot thing. Oh wait. Why T45 make their 1.5 guard 4.8? Well, let me ask you this. What else is think about an OG guard. What other 1.5 is a 4.8? He said, what brand is that? These 25 guys aren't durable. Really? Mine's haven't had a problem. Yeah, it seemed like they try to make a newer version of the red Speedo guards. Yeah. Yeah. I used the Babel's Premiums until I got Stylecraft Double Mag. The Babel's Premiums. Now let me talk about those. The gold ones in this picture right here, right? I have to say that they didn't hold up that well for me, especially when I like cleaned them and everything like that. But I would have to say this: the ones that came with the Snap FX, not the gold premium, but like they were like bluish black. For some reason, those was really good. Then the T45 since they dropped. Got you. You said really, really what? Blessings, y'all. What's going on? If y'all really want to get the full conversation, hop on over to YouTube. We having a we doing some myth busters. And also make sure that y'all have y'all myths. What is the myth that's out today? What's the myth that's out today? Other than the ones that we already discussed, what's something that you feel like is a myth? Ooh, is this a myth? Could we say that the Snap FX is Babel's best product? Nah. Well, I mean, the Snap FX over the Low Pros, for me, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Baby's premium guards not holding up. Nah, not for me. You know what it was? It's like how they did the metal clip piece. Like it got loose on me. So like at the bottom of them, like that area lifts up. So they just don't. Baby's premiums are too thick. I use a 0.5. Got you. Maybe a myth. A fast cut is a great cut. I mean, I guess that all depends who's doing it, right? But yeah, that could be a myth. That could definitely be a myth. You said nah, they not. Y'all talking about the Snap FX was a bust. Yo, I did a video on those, right? I'll be honest. The trimmers, though, I would have to say that the trimmers did hold up. They did perform well. I just didn't like the technology behind the Snap FX. That's more so my thing. Or can we say it was very underrated? Mm, nah, that you don't need to be licensed. Wait. That's one of yours? Oh, we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that. Yo, concise. When the new Anus Master Core dropping? They showed the new ones at the show, but no drop date. I have no idea. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Spoke with a few barbers about the Snap FX, and they stopped using them after a few months. Yeah, I don't really see them in the shops anymore, to be honest. Ghost Official, bro, boy, you wasn't lying. These 245 clippers is fire. Hey, you gotta try them out for yourself. A lot of people are gonna say this and say that, but until you try this stuff out for yourself, yeah. They sold us on the same technology with the FX1 ecosystem. Agreed, the technology was clumsy with the Snap effects, just not as bulky. Yeah, but then it's like now we don't have a charging dock, but I think they're creating one. All right, so I'm a um I'm gonna star this because I'm gonna come back to that. A lot of guards, especially the half or zero guards, don't have teeth exposed long enough to feed hair like the Ennis Jones. Now, I hear you, but I think the JRL zero guard is just enough. I think it's just enough. All right, let me get to my next one, and then let's get to y'all. Let's get to some of y'all myths. One of y'all already started with a healthy one, so we're gonna talk about that. All right, so is this a myth or a fact? Higher prices scare clients away. Is that a myth or a fact? The reverb on the T45 is real though. I'm okay with it, but not for a full day. Okay. I understand that. I keep it at low speed to be honest. Higher prices scare clients away. And is that a myth or a fact? Drift said myth. Neil said myth. Nick said myth. Okay. Okay. Nobody's gonna say fact. Somebody gotta say fact. Some somebody gotta say fact. And I'm gonna tell y'all why in a second. All depends on a person's mindset. Mm, mm. Sorry, I just had to do it. Higher prices scare clients away. There has to be a fact in here. Has to be. Whoa, 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 whoa. If you got skills and the client base is willing to pay the price, then it is what it is. Okay. Okay. It depends on who you are looking to attract as a client. So in some cases, it's a fact. Mm, mm. I've heard people say that they wouldn't pay $45 for a cut. I also think location plays a part in it. Okay. If you have a high price, your service better be top notch quality. Okay. So before we get into like a deep dive with this real quick, what is a high price to you? What is a high price? Yo, 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 Drip, you on to something, bro. Higher prices keep the wrong people away from you. That man, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a straight fact. That is that is a straight fact. You might care some, but not all will get scared about your price. Higher prices scare clients away. You know why I say some of us have to say it's a fact? Because if all of us thought it was a myth, then I don't understand how this could even be a conversation. I don't understand how barbers will keep going back and forth about pricing and how like being scared to, up your prices. Like there's barbers out there like, yo, that's too high, right? That's too high. Now here's the kicker. It ain't the clients complaining. It's barbers complaining about other barbers about what their prices are. Because that barber honestly, I ain't gonna say lacks, but hasn't gotten to a certain level, maybe in their services or even their thought process to say, you know what, I could level up in this amount. Or you can just be a barber that really don't care about money in that sense at all. And you're so more about the community that you'll probably stay at $30 a cut because that's just where you feel like, where your heart is at. I feel like we have more conversations about our prices more than our clients have conversations about our prices. Hear me out. If your client really rocks with you on how you cut their hair, and the more and more you keep giving them these services, now don't get it twisted. If you're going to raise up your prices and have a higher price, then you should give more service. It should be more upscale. Something should be upgraded. Um, and it especially benefits the client. Now, if you just raising your prices just to raise your prices ain't nothing different, then yeah, that might scare clients away because why I'm gonna keep that's like buying NBA tickets, right? At $100 and you in the nosebleeds, and then $500 and you still at the nosebleeds. I mean, at $500, I better be front row. You get what I'm saying? So there has to be a like a up level updated experience that they should be receiving. But I honestly feel like barbers be having, we be having this conversation so much towards each other, keep going back and forth that the people that we really need to have this conversation with is the client. And it's most of the times, this is how you know you do your job well. Because when your clients come to you and say, hey, you need to up your prices, or hey, I appreciate you, they give you double. If your cut is 50 and they give you 50 as a tip, like, and that becomes a common theme, then that means honestly your clients value you more than you value yourself in a sense because they know what they get in and they appreciate it. But barbers, we be in barbers' pockets, and that is so real. We be in barbers' pockets. Now, I'm gonna say it like this: whatever you do is whatever you do. I'm not. I'm not gonna go hard and say, "Oh, you need to. You need to." Well, now I would say this: in 2025, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. So a lot of people are updating their services. There's a lot of tech that's coming into the world. I did say this, and this is real. The more and more you just stay as is and you don't upgrade to nothing or learn another skill, elevate in any way, then you might just get left behind. I will say that. I will say that. Now you might not have to upgrade your haircut prices, but you can add more services. Or you can do something a little bit more different. You can do your Google ads different. You can do your marketing just a little bit more different. You could be doing something more different. You can do your booking system a little bit more different. Like you can service in a different way. I definitely feel like that's a necessity to what we're doing. But I have to say, like, do what you got to do. I ain't gonna tell you, hey, look, man, your haircuts need to be no less than 50. Hey, listen, I don't know who you are, where you at, where you live. I don't know none of that. All I'm saying is, if you have the unction of elevating yourself and you feel like you are at a place where you want to raise your prices, then honestly, get some wisdom behind that. Figure out how to do it. Speak to your clients, but don't look at another barber that's on live and he talking about, yeah, I cut $100, this and this and this, and and you like, yeah, I need to do the same thing, and then you do it, and then yeah, higher prices might scare your clients away at that point. What I'm trying to say is do it strategically and do it in a way that your clients, like, y'all are having the communication. It's a lot of barber to barber communication about what we should be doing about our prices. I'll be honest. How I do mines might be different from yours. There's people that lets their clients know when they're updating their prices. I'll be real with you. I just updated my prices. I didn't let them know nothing. Just like how, in the morning you can get your gas for $3, and then at 5 p.m. it's at 3.20. It just go up on us. You know what I mean? And I ain't do it out of disrespect, but what I did was once they looked at the website and let's say that day was the day where I set everything up. I did it in a way that once they click haircut, here's the description, here's this is what's included, da 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 da. And I know they was like, oh snap, that's dope. I had some question me like, yo, this is this, and we get this and this and this. See, when your clients get hyped instead of like question, then that means you're doing something the right way. So to me, higher prices really don't scare clients away. Honestly, it's barbers, it's barbers versus barbers for some reason, or we trying to compare ourselves and not really like uh, understanding where we're really at with our skill set. If you don't understand where you're at with your skill set, then don't even be in a conversation about prices. I will just figure out where you at first with your skill set and be honest with yourself. If you like that, all right, then how can you add more value? If you're not like that, figure out your fading system. Don't even think about prices. Wherever the price is at the time and people are coming in, stay right there. Stay right there. Continue to elevate, continue to elevate. And then you'll get to a place where it's like, I need to do something. So I definitely think it's a myth. I definitely don't think that higher prices scare clients away. You honestly, here's another thing. You might attract clientele for real that are looking for the high prices. Because some clients, they see you got haircut $25. I hear it from clients. They skeptical. They don't know if your workers really like that. That means that to them, they're like, nah, I can't do it. Like if I want to get a nice clean cut, I'm gonna get it where I think it's worth it. And they look at your haircuts and they look at the price and it's like, oh, if you charging this, you got to be nice. That's how some clients look at it. I'm just being honest. Let me see what y'all got though. And remember, let us know a myth. What's a myth in the barbering industry to you? You might scare some, but not all will get scared about your prices. That's true. That's true. I'm not saying 100% will understand your value, because some do come to you because you're at a certain price. That is a fact. More fact. Insecure barbers. The heart is deceitful. Yeah. It depends on the region. In my town, it's 45 plus tip. If you have to pay for yourself, that's okay. Now, if you add a son or two, it's now 90 or 135 plus tip. Got you. What's the best hitters you recommend? Need some bought tonight. Nate Tech. Matter of fact, this is the best time to do this. I done learned. This is something new right here. Let me get this thing up here. Hold on. It ain't that. It ain't that. It's this. It's this. Now peep this. Nate Tech, I need you to scan that QR code. This is fire. This is a new feature on this joint. Shout out to StreamYard. This is you can get discounts, discount codes. Anybody want discount code? Screenshot that. Now I'm gonna tell you what's the best hitter, hands down. Everybody knows what my hitter is. The Hive is the best hitter by wall. Thank you, Neil. So what I would do if I was you, Nate, I would screenshot that. I mean, scan that. Go to wall. Buy the silver Hive, not the black one yet. We're gonna talk about it. Buy the silver one. That one's proven. So if I was you, that's what I would do. He said more facts, concise, counting, man, money. Yeah, stop counting people money, man. Just get yours. I've been cutting for 6 years, not professionally. What's a reasonable price to start with? Well, see, Jason, to me, when you say stuff like that, this is what I think everybody should do. Wherever you at, if you ask that question, what is a reasonable price to start with? This is exactly what I would do if I was you. Wherever you live, I'm going to look up almost every barbershop. I'm going to check all the competitive prices. Not only am I going to compare the competitive prices, I'm going to see what their skill set level is. I'm going to see what comes into their haircuts. Now, this is just for a base. You don't have to compare, but you're comparing the region, the area, what people like, what people dislike. Then from there, I'm going to say, okay, where do I fit in? Where can I add value? So if somebody charges $40 and they're dumb nice in your area, but you don't feel like you're at that level yet, this is what I mean. You got to be honest, right? So maybe you need to go at 35. I wouldn't say 30, but I'll say 35 and add in another service that comes with it, maybe a hot towel. You get what I'm saying? So to me, that's like a healthy way to really see what's what. For me to just say, oh, this is a reasonable price. I don't know that for your area. So you can be in Cali. Cali's reasonable price is like 50 to 55. But in Bama, it might be $32. It all depends. I add value and my clients reciprocate with more finance. Plus your customer service will get you most of your finance. Right. That's good right there, bro. Thanks. I don't even know what you said or what I said. Have you considered a year membership or subscription for your clients, or maybe like a 6-month membership or subscription that will include cuts with a tier system, more incentives? Jason, I have, but I would tell you this, Jason. This is just me personally. Let me go like this. I'll be honest with you. That membership ain't for everybody. If I do it, there's only a certain clientele. See, this is why it's great to have an email list, because you can focus in on the certain clientele, right? So I can reach out to my clients that come every 2 weeks or every week. I can go to my email list. I can say I can go to my booking app, and all those that have booked with 6 haircuts within 3 months, right? I can get a list of that, get that email list. I will send them the membership. You know why I will send them the membership? Because those are my the most loyal, the most consistent ones. I'm not going to do a big thing. Now, I have it on my website. Don't get me wrong. Now, there's going to be some random sometimes that be like, yo, I want to get this membership, and they'll get it. But when I get a certain link to those in an email, hey, congratulations. You have been selected to join, either tier of these memberships, this and this and this and this and this. That's not something that I publicly just say, to be honest, because not to be like that, how can I say this? Not everybody's ready for that. And since most of your clients or most of the public's not gonna be ready for that, I wouldn't blast that. That was only for the loyal ones. Every week, the bi-weekly, those. That to me, that's just my thoughts. And also, somebody let me know. Somebody let me know if that bar. Matter of fact, can I see your phone? I'm gonna see if this works. I didn't even test this. This is just me. Sometimes you just got to do it to see if it works. Let me see if this works. Oh yeah, we in there. Okay. So discount code, that QR code works. High Vis is the best hitter. Yeah. High Vis. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I got some JRO Onyx coming next week after seeing your vids. What blade and guard setup you recommend? Ever use a blade and stone diamond blade? I have. So are you speaking about the clipper or the trimmer? Let me know. If you're talking about the Onyx trimmer, I never switched out that blade. The Onyx clipper, I did switch out that blade with the fast feed blade, but honestly, the blade that it comes with is perfectly fine. It really is. JRL blades really don't need to be switched out. I was just curious with the fast feed blade. IG, hop on over, y'all. Because I need to use my phone. I'll take this off. Thinking of getting an Annis Phenom set, clipper and trimmer. Would you think this is the best combo Annis has right now? That is a great question, Gabriel. Well, Gabriel, this is what I would tell you to do first. You see that QR code? Scan that. I got an Annis discount code that you can use if you're going to purchase it. And honestly, yes, as a combo set, the Annis Phenom is probably one of the most slept on combo sets. And it is one of Annis, I would say that it is Annis' best combo right now. Now, there is a combo that you can put together from Annis' website. That's not a combo. That can be very comparable. But as an Annis set as is, yes, the Phenom clipper and trimmer is a beast. Oh, you're talking about the clipper. Okay. Did you say on Instagram that Annis Masters has a new one coming? They have a Masters 2 coming. Is the Rebel a good clipper compared to the Wall Magic clips? Yes. 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 Honestly, the Rebel is actually it's better. Excuse me. But yeah, to me, it's better, hands down. What do y'all think? Do y'all think the Rebel's better than the Wall Magic clips? To me, it's better. It does a lot more. You said what makes it better? Well, okay, runtime's better. It's a 3-hour runtime. It's funny because I have these right here, 7,200 RPMs. The motor is good, super torque motor, and the one that I have is the Saladin. This one comes with the Echo Blade. Echo Blade's great, does not get warm on you real fast. These things are like kind of dope. I ain't gonna lie, but to me, yeah, it's so much. The only thing that the Rebel Clipper doesn't have that Magic Clips, like nothing kind of beats that cutting blade, but other than that, like it's a problem. Have you tried the Game Exceed with the 6-click lever? No, I have not. Not yet. Not yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting on them, but I haven't tried them yet. The JRO clipper can be used with a fast feed blade. The screws align with Oster. No. So Rondrick, I think I said that right. Hopefully. I use let me just go there. KingClipperMods.com. I'm gonna go ahead and just share this. So this right here, I just want to make sure. Wait, no, you can't even see it. Boom. So King Clipper Mods. If you go to shop now, this is what I have for my fast feeds. JRL Master. Nope. JRL Fast Feed Mod Kit. It's $31 to get the mod kit. This is how it looks. It has the fast feed cutting blade. And to be honest, it's a beast. It's a beast. Why are we doing all this? Okay. What makes it better? Honestly, it's lighter. Well, no, they're about comparable. It's a little bit more strong, like uh it's a little bit more heavier. Honestly, it's a jacked up magic clip. Just think about a magic clip, but like on steroids. I like the magic clip. I hate that they have updated them. Thanks, bro. You're welcome. So yeah, remember this old slide right here, screenshot this. No, you ain't gotta do that no more. You can just go ahead and use that QR code. I'm gonna keep it up there now. I'm gonna keep it up there. This is new. Shout out to StreamYard for doing that, man. That's smart. There's so many ways you can use that. But yeah. So what are some myths? Matter of fact, somebody said one and I started and I'm look at this. You can go straight to the star. Shout out to this. CP said that you don't need to be licensed anymore. You saying that's a myth? Are you saying that's a myth? Or is that a fact? Is that a myth or a fact? Let me know. Sorry. I can't wait for the Enhancements to drop. What are they waiting for? Can I say something though? You right. I hear you. Who why who did this, bro? Why did y'all make Andis snap like this? I want y'all to really think about within like the last 2 years how many products Andis came out with? Just the last two. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm gonna go. Let me check. Let me just see. I'm curious. It's a myth that about the license, that you don't need to have a license. That you don't need a license anymore. It's a myth. You know, it's interesting because I'm curious if like is there certain states? Yeah, that's a big myth. Every state still has a license that's required. They put out some products to keep us at bay, but they waiting to drop the hammer. That's crazy. So what's the myth? What's the myth that y'all got? Somebody gave me that one. I like that one. That was a good one. So yeah, I think that's a myth too, that you don't need a license. I definitely think you need one. There we go. What's another myth? Another myth is that anyone can cut hair. Hmm. What do you mean by that? Anyone can cut hair. Um, what if I said that's a fact? I think anyone can cut hair. I mean, you'll have to learn. If everybody had the right teacher to learn. You said they starting to crack down on my area. We have a lot of freelance barbers working in the shop. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I never could take that chance. I don't know how people be taking them type of chances in life. I'm too old to be taking them type of chances, bro. That's like back in the day when you used to go to the movie theaters and you was hopping movies. Just pay the ticket. Just pay the ticket. Go see your movie. Barbers do the bare minimum but expect results. Now that's not a myth. That's a fact. That's a fact. I got one. I got another one. I should have had this one in there, but I just thought of it. Is this a myth or a fact? You are not reliable to do business with everyone. You are not reliable. Am I saying it the right way? You are not acquired or expected. You are not expected to do business with everyone. Yeah, I'm just gonna let me say reliable. You're not expected to do business with everyone. Sometimes you got to fire your clients. Is that a myth or a fact? You're not reliable. You're not expected to do business with everyone. Even if it ain't clients, it could be other stuff that you do. What's your thoughts on that? Fact, there's a barber for everyone. Mm. What's your thoughts? And if you don't have none on that topic, just let me know. Let me know a myth or a fact that people struggle with. But yeah, I definitely don't think that you have to do business with everyone. In Austria, you don't need a barber license, but if you are a foreigner, then you need a working permit. Ain't that something? I have a client of mine. Um, it'll be dope if I can get him on here. He travels the world. Like my man's been in like 10 countries in a month. He comes to the States like for like 2 weeks and then he's going back out somewhere. And he literally told me that he went to like one good barber across seas. One good barber. I like all the places he went to. I meant to ask him how many cuts he got. I think about four. And their prices are fairly around the same, like $40. So I'm not saying, like he doesn't have like long hair. He has short hair. Some people are just miserable people. Yeah, some are. No need to do business with everyone. Honestly, you can't. You physically it's it's impossible to do business with everybody. I feel like this, and y'all let me know. You can't do business with everybody because not to be like that, not everybody's aligned with how you're set up. Not everybody's aligned. Not everybody's characteristics and personalities vibe. And that's okay. We have to be okay with knowing that's okay. There's going to be certain clientele that it's like, yo, you know what? I'm okay. I'm done with doing little kids that be crying and boogers is going down their nose and they jacking up my capes. You okay with people that do illegal things on the side? They be trying to speak business in your shop. It's okay that you do not have to be a part of that vibe. It's okay. It is okay. And you got to be okay with that. And they will have to be okay with it. You don't always have to do the kids where the mom drops them off or the dad drops them off and they dip out and then they don't come back until 15, 20 minutes later after their haircut's already done and they over there trying to wreck your shop up. Like, it's okay. It is okay. You don't got to do it. You don't have to be there for everybody. It's not possible. If you do business on the side or something like that, and people they don't know how to do business or y'all just don't vibe. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm a person that I really don't cuss. You know what I mean? Um, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, but 99.9, where whatever that alcohol hand sanitizer, that percentage. I don't cuss. It's hard for me to do business with somebody that cannot control their tongue. I'm being honest with you. You be in my chair and you just got a foul mouth. I'm going to say something. And if you can't control it, I'm going to say something to the point I was like, look, you okay with being in the shop? That's okay with that. They respond back, they talk that way. But me and my place, my energy, my vibe, we don't rock with that. And I'm okay. And some people look at it like, yo, that's money out the window. And not all money's good money. Not all money's good money. I don't care if you got $1 million. Not all money is good money. So you got to stand on who you are and let it be that, and be okay with that. Some people will understand, some people won't. It's not up for you to it's not up for you to figure out why they understand or don't. Energy got to match. Yeah, it do. You can't please her. Nope. Nope. You can't. Like if there's certain stuff you into, you want to watch it on the TV, but it's not conducive to the shop. Hey, it's just what it is. What's going on, Red Man? So yeah, to me, you don't got to do business with everybody, nor can you. Not everybody is going to be able to get that space with you. And I would say this too: nip stuff in the butt quick. Don't let it drag, because the more you drag, the more they think you done switched up. But they don't realize that like they don't realize that you kind of made up your mind in a sense, but you was just lagging on how you went about it. It's always the no call, no shows that want the better treatments, right? Yo, nah, I ain't even gonna. I don't really have that many no call, no shows, and I appreciate all my clients that that are just consistent. Um, Once in a blue that happened, but it's always the ones that when it does happen, it's kind of like they phased out. So it just gives room for somebody else. You can fit me in, right? I don't even know who this is. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But any other myths? Y'all got any more myth busters? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it going and take it easy. You clean your throat because I need to hurry up. Oh, okay. You still doing stuff. Wait. A myth I see is that Stylecraft saber tooths too large in hand, and that all insist blow up. Stylecraft saber tooths is too large in hand. Who said that? Who said that? They must never had a master or detachable in their hand. Saber tooth is a compact clipper. The instincts. Oh, you're saying the instincts will blow up. I think I definitely would say that Stylecraft had a moment where their products probably needed to be checked or recalled. And I think they did do that. But now, do I think that's going to happen again? I think they did probably uh, did certain procedures to make sure that doesn't happen again. So, of course, people they like to praise people's downfalls and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that Stylecraft went about it in the most best way publicly, but it did seem like they did change it up. Now, I could be wrong. All the stuff that I have, I never had that problem, but that's like kind of a myth fact in a sense for some people. Because some people that experience it's a fact to them. So I'm not gonna Not say it didn't happen, but I think that there was a certain season for that. I think they switched stuff out now. Why feel like it's bedtime, bro? I know, right? Facts. If wifey get that look or myth, nah, she get that look. I have both, and those are not the case. Yeah, I don't understand why people say some of the stuff. Some people say that the T45 is too bulky. Is that a fact or a myth? I don't think it's bulky at all, but you know. No, I was saying no call, no shows. It would be like, can you fit me right in? Y'all can fit right in that voicemail. It's like, no, let me stop. It's a myth. I have the T45. Cordless is better myth. Ooh, my wife is knocked out already. 245 John Wayne, you gotta stop it. Stop it, drip. Stop it, bro. yo, 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 you gotta stop, bro. If you never had them in hand, bro, come on, man. Cordless is better. That's a myth. That's a myth or a fact. Cordless is better. I think I did this. I think I talked about this before. Oh snap! Cordless is better. In some things, yes. In some things, no. I haven't had the T45s in my hand, but from videos, they do kind of look like a brick. I got you. I understand that. But you got to have them in hand. You got to at least go to a supply store and feel them in hand. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. But people going to talk. That's what people do. People are great at that. Some people got doctorate degrees in just talking. Just bringing the vibes, concise, a lot of 245 products. I think clippers is a personal preference. It might be good for me, but not good for you. True, true, very much so. Cordless is a myth because nothing outdoes the corded master. Cordless is just more convenient. Mm, hmm. Cordless is just more convenient. That's tough for me. I think in some things, cordless is better. Like let's go a little bit about other than just clippers and trimmers. Let's think about some cordless things. We got enhancements, you got the little blower that people use, you got the hand massage thing. Uh I think the hand massage thing, cordless is better. Uh I would have to say the cordless, me personally, I say the cordless octanes. I know y'all gonna probably flip out when I say that, but with the double batteries that it has, I think it's not just more convenient, but I think it's better. Don't fight me though. Don't fight me. I think a corded enhancement gun is not needed. I think cordless is better to me. You said is a bully. Yeah, I've always wanted the 76 clipper to see the power difference. Not true. With the increase of torque and RPMs, cordless can rival any corded clipper. Maybe you can make a video of pros and cons of cordless versus cordless when it comes to clippers and trimmers. Just clippers and trimmers, though. I did. I think I did that already. I think it's on my channel. Is any cordless blow dryers that compete with corded? Nah. Now, when it comes to blow dryers, I don't know. They ain't come out yet. Besides, I don't worship innocent masters like most people. Man, a red 76 with the engine noise and the detachables are so satisfying, bro. I know when you walk into the shop and that's all you hear going, it just brings back memories. And smelling the cool care and the powder and that powder was getting everybody sick. I mean, they switched it up now, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Go on set with some corded equipment and see if the director calls you back for work. Yeah, convenience calls. Corded blow dryers are better. Yeah. Corded blow dryers are going to be better, hands down. Because cord is going to work with every scenario. Oster 76 corded with power through a wet dog hair. No big, no joke. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased to the cordless octanes. I like the same 76. I had them. But the maintenance of the corded 76s is way different than the cordless octanes. It's way different. See, I think about stuff like that. Corded hair straighteners got hot faster and are better. Yeah, that's true. We got comfortable with cordless. I guess you can say that. You know what they could have did? They could have created something, but they never will. Y'all remember going to the car wash, right? And the water hose was like on the top of the ceiling, but you can like maneuver it anywhere that you needed to around the car. They never made like a clipper cord thing, like attachment like that. So you never had to worry about the cord being on the floor. It would just be up top, and you can pull it down and use it, whatever like that. I know that sounds mad crazy, but I thought that would have been a cool thing. We make more money with the cordless. True. Those carbon sticks plus grease sheets on those. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, yo, this game is crazy. You can't make this up. Wait, hold on. That's a good idea. Innovative. The cord to somehow not be a factor while cutting. Yeah, man. Honestly, Jason, I thought about that a minute ago. Like having a cord come down and like it's like on one of those y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, you know how you have those power cords and they hang and you can just like pull it down, they can stay at that length, and then you can yank it and it'll go back up. I don't know. I seen a mirror. I seen a mirror like you're talking. That's retractable. Oh yeah, that's dope. Bro, I got my 76s wired like that from the Craftsman's retractable. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See? They They going back and forth. I know, man. I wish I could share pictures on here. Send it to me on send it to my IG. Yeah, retractable cord. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I think that would be dope. But look, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get going. Y'all can share some more myths. Uh Reach out to me, stay in the know. I appreciate y'all for continuing to come on here. Use that QR code if y'all are looking for anything. If you're in the market, you need some discount codes, use the discount codes. Because at the end of the day, if you want to buy something, save yourself some money. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I've been running that setup for 20 years. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm all about that. Hit that smash that like button. Hit that subscribe. I got some interesting videos coming up. I got at least about three. I probably have some that need to be done, but like 3 new ones that I'm probably start recording tomorrow. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all go ahead and take it easy and have a good night.